After setting up the twinkly smart lights, I've been a bit distracted and have kind of neglected the rest of my smart Christmas lights. So in today's video, we're going to go through the process of making sure all of my Christmas lights are set up, adding the smart into the smart home part of them, and getting them all set up so they automatically turn on and off every day all by themselves. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. So first we're gonna go ahead and get all of our devices set up so that we can then automate them later. Now let me show you what we're dealing with here today. So first, on this Christmas tree, it's just plugged into the outlet, and the outlet is actually tied right here into this smart light switch. So I can easily turn on and off the lights like that, and that ties into SmartThings, and then I can automate it there. The other tree we have up here, again, is from Twinkly, so those are already smart connected and I can turn them on and off. And then next, let's head downstairs. Now we do have another tree in the basement, and this is just a TP-Link smart outlet that we can then automate. Now let's head outside. Well, before we head out, I need to put on another coat because it is freezing. All right, hopefully that helps. Now out here on the front of the house, I have my Christmas lights already set up. I'll show you what they're plugged into in a minute, but here we're going to plug in our Nova Stella floodlights that I set up last year, and these are really cool. I have them project on the trees. The Nova Stella floodlights have worked pretty well. Sometimes when they're out this far, they do have issues connecting with Wi-Fi, but you can bring them inside, connect them, change them to the color you want, and then bring them back out. And then they do connect through the Smart Life or the Tuya app. So here, let's change the colors. So here in the garage, I decided to put some smart lights in the porch lights so that I can change the color, and then we got all these other white lights. And here we have the TP-Link outdoor switch. I really like this one compared to the other outdoor smart devices I've used. This one just works so much better. And so I have this one set to control the main lights for the house. So I think I have all of my lights up, but we're actually missing one thing, which is snow. This year we just don't have any snow. So I have a new device that will put snow on the wall. So I'm gonna go get that, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make it smart. So these are the LED Snowflake rotating projector. GreenClick on Amazon reached out to me to see if I could check this out. So in here, pretty simple, nothing really on the box. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. Here there is a little instruction manual. And here is the device, so it's able to project two different circular shapes up on the wall, and it can spread up to 32 feet in length. And then here we have quite a long cable, and there is the plug. And then in here we have a mount to be able to mount it into the ground. Here it even comes with screws and a mounting bracket. And then here we have the remote. So let's plug it in and check out what it can do. Now this does come with some screws to attach the mount here, and then we just screw this in the bottom. It's like a Ant-Man kind of thing. And now we can go put this in the ground. And here is the remote, so you're able to turn it on and off. You can turn the flash setting up faster, you can turn it lower. You then have the motor speed, so how fast it rotates, so you can increase that or decrease that. The reset button, and then down here you do have a timer. It is pretty limited, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so once we plug it in, there you can see our snowflakes are rotating and moving around. Let's go ahead and increase the flash rate. So once you turn that on, it will then turn on and off, and we can go up to this flashing rate. I don't think I'll ever use that, but then we can turn down the flash rate until it is all the way on. And then here we have motor, where we can increase the speed of the motor. So it looks like this is the fastest. Slow it down 1, slow it down 2, and they are now frozen. So they're just gonna sit there at the same time. And then here we have off and on. Now, one interesting thing is whenever you turn it off and you turn it back on, it resets to this state. So you can't have it be at a specific one. It will just always reboot to this. And then once you push the timer buttons, it will turn off after so long. All right, so this looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and plug this in outside. Now, I do want this to be smart, so I'm going to be plugging it into a smart outdoor outlet and then control that to turn on and off the Snowflake projector. Works just like that. Now this cable is really long. Let's see how far it goes. Cord gets kind of tangly when it's cold. All right, let's see. All right, that's a pretty good distance. You could plug this in the front of your house and then put the projector out there and display it on the wall. All right, and there we have the Snowflake rotating projector up on the side of the house. It works pretty good. I do wish it was a bit brighter, but I think it's gonna be a fun effect. If I didn't have so many lights already, it would be a little bit easier to see. Now let's do a remote test. So I'm gonna see how far away I can turn them on and off. All right, the remote went a little bit further than the cable did. The good news is I was able to turn them on and off from inside the house. But that's actually pretty fun to have snowflakes moving all over the house. Just too bad it's not falling on the ground. But now that we have all of our different smart devices set up, let's go ahead into the Google Home app and I'll show you how to get them configured so they're gonna turn on and off every day all by themselves. So after connecting all of the devices into the Google Home app, then is what you wanna do is put all of them into one room if possible. Sometimes maybe you don't want to move specific devices into a holiday lights room just because you're already using those. I'll tell you how you can use those in your routine, but here I now have holiday lights and you can see that I have 11 lights in here and then I have this other plug and I actually want them all to show up under the lights, holiday lights. So if I tap on the plug here and then I go into the settings, you actually have the option to change what smart plugs are recognized as. So here under device type, I could tap here and I have all those other options, but I'm just going to choose light. And then I select next. And now it's gonna ask if I want to change the name because I'm changing what type of device it is, but I'm just gonna keep this one the same. So here, living room plugs, I'm gonna select save. And now when I go back, here under the holiday lights, I now have holiday lights, and there are 12 different devices. So now if I tap right here, it's going to show me all of the different smart devices I'm going to be using to turn on and off my Christmas lights. Now the next step is to check to make sure that those lights turn on and off when you press this button. So let's go do that now. All right, let's give it a go. Turn off. And there you can see all those turned off and these didn't. And turn on. So let's go inside, talk about what went wrong. So I've done some more testing and I think I found out the problem. I just needed to be a little more patient and then all of the lights would turn on or they would turn off. So now we're going to head up here to the top of the Google Home app and we're going to go to the routine section and create our routine. So down here, I'm going to select plus. And then up here, I'm going to choose what the command name is. So you could actually say this command at any time on the Google Home you have nearby, and it will then activate the routine. So here I'm just going to call this turn on holiday lights. Now I could have used Christmas lights for the room, but holiday lights just seem to work better because I already have some Christmas trees and it kind of gets messed up when you have too many things named the same. Next, we're going to set a date and time this is going to start. So here we're going to have them turn on at 5 p.m. and then we're going to choose every day of the week. And then you could choose a speaker where this routine starts. I'm just going to go ahead and choose the closest speaker and you can turn off get notified on your phone. Next, we need to add an action. So this action is going to be the same as the command. Here we have turn on holiday lights. And once we're done, we're going to select add. Now again, this is just going to turn on all of the lights that are in that room, holiday lights. If you have any other devices that you want to add into this routine, you would select add action. You could say turn on the specific light there, or you can go under the browse popular actions, adjust lights, plugs and more. And then under here, you can choose specific devices that you have in your home that you want to turn on for the routine. But right now we're just going to keep it to this room and that is pretty much it. And there are other options down here where you could have it play music on your Nest display or whatever you want it to do. But that is all we're going to add today. And then I'm going to select save. And now we need to create a second routine where it's going to turn off the Christmas lights at a certain time. So we're going to select add, give it a name. This command is turn off holiday lights, and then we're going to set a day and time. So here we're going to choose 10 p.m. and every day of the week. I'm going to choose the same speaker and turn off get notified. Select OK, and then we're going to create an action, and then we're going to select add and select save. So now our routines have been added. We have turn on holiday lights and we have turn off holiday lights. Now, one new thing that you can do in here, if you have Android, is you can actually add a little shortcut to the routine on your home screen just by tapping this little icon right here. You can select add automatically. And then here on your home page of your phone, you have the option to quickly turn on or off that routine. So now that we have the routine set up, let's go ahead and try it out. So let's try out turn off holiday lights. And just like that, all of the lights turned off. And now let's say it's 5 p.m. Holiday lights on activates. There's the first half, the inside Christmas trees, and the second half. Mission accomplished. All of these products are also compatible with the Amazon Assistant. So now I'm going to go do the same thing. I'm going to create a room called Holiday Lights. I'm going to sort all of my different devices into here. It took quite a bit of time. And then in here, you also have the option where you can have things be plugs or lights. I don't know if it really matters if something's a plug or a light, but I'm going to go ahead, make them all the same. Let's turn this into a light. And now you can see that all of my different devices are under one. And then we can go through the same testing where we can turn them all off and then turn them all on. But now I want to go through and create the routine where it's going to do this automatically. And so this is how you would do it if Amazon Assistant is your main assistant. So we're going to select more. Right here we have routines, and then up at the top we're going to create a new routine. So here we can enter the routine name. So first we have holiday lights on. And then when is this going to happen? We're going to create a schedule. And I like that here you have the option to say at sunset, which is kind of nice. And you could even do an offset. So I could do 10 minutes before sunset, or I could go up to an hour before sunset or an hour after sunset. So let's choose 30 minutes before sunset. And then here it's automatically selected every day of the week. And then we're going to add an action. So our action is going to be to turn on holiday lights. Now previously on Amazon Assistant, you weren't able to create the custom commands. You would then have to go to the smart home option and then choose each device and select that you want it to turn on. But now at the very bottom, we have the option to create a custom command. So here we can just say turn on holiday lights, making sure everything is spelled correctly. And then down here, you have the option to preview what happens. So let's select next. And that's all we need to do. Now we need to select save. Now here we do need to choose an Echo device in which this will run on. Since we're not doing any vocal commands or anything, it doesn't really matter. But here let's choose the Echo Show 5. All right, now we're going to create a second routine called Holiday Lights Off. So here's my routine. When does this happen? We're going to create a schedule, and then we can choose a specific time, and we have the option to repeat every day. So let's go ahead and choose 10:30 p.m. every day. Next, and then we're going to add our action. Down at the bottom, we're going to choose custom. And now let's go ahead and test this out. And we're going to choose the Echo Show 5 again. And the lights turned off. So we are good to go. Select next. And then select save. And again, we're going to choose our Echo Show 5. Now here in the list of routines, we then have the option to test it out again. So let's do holiday lights on. They turned on. Holiday lights off. They turned off. And now our routine is set and our Christmas lights will run by themselves. Now, once the season is over, instead of going through the same process next year, all you need to do is go into the routine and you have the option to disable it so that it won't run. And then next year you come back in here, turn it back on, and then as long as your group is still the same, everything should work as planned. And so those are the different devices that I use and the routines I create to automatically turn on and off my Christmas lights every day during the Christmas season. Now, if you do want to check out any of the products I've talked about today, I'll leave them linked in the description below. And if you want to see more videos I've made about using your smart devices during the Christmas time, check out the videos over here on the side. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And here is the included